Welcome back everyone, this is Angel, and today we're going to be talking about the mods that I think are essential when playing Project Zomboid. This is more orientated towards a group because I've only ever played this game with a group. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. Now first and foremost, it is the Skill Recovery Journal. This is a journal that you are able to craft, and what it does is it writes down all the skills you've learned. Like for instance, let's say you worked up maintenance to like level 2, all of that XP will be written into the book, and if you put it in a safe house, next time you spawn after you die, last time you wrote in your book will be the skills you get back. So usually we just kind of write them every time we come back from a little adventure, and it's very helpful. It keeps you from having to start all the way over because usually it's just a one character deal. Very useful book, very great mod. The next one we're going to be talking about is going to be Eggins. Have I found this book? Basically any book you pick up, let's say you're trying to work up a specific skill, so you get every carpentry book that you find, for example, right? And you bring them back to base and you go out again. If you have this mod, it'll tell you whether or not you've picked up this book. So let's say you're missing Carpentry 3, it'll say you have not read this book yet, and boom, you just pick it up from there. The next one we'll talk about is more description for traits. This one, just when you're creating your character and or just walking around and want to see a description of your traits that you chose, it'll give you like a more in-depth like walkthrough of what it is. Very useful. I use this all the time, so that one's pretty great as well. Next up we got tactical weapons. I think this mod is fantastic, mostly because of the tactical machete. Typically with the machete you can't repair it with a torch. You have to either use duct tape or adhesive bandages, but the tactical machete, you can use your propane torch to repair it. And if your maintenance is super far up and you find like a few of these, you're pretty much set for the rest of your wipe. Very amazing weapon, but that's just me personally. This has other things like tactical axes, survival axe, spears, all that good stuff. But I mainly use the tactical machete, so yeah, that's another good one. And then there's one last one on the list. Find it first. Okay, so the last one we'll talk about is Hydrocraft, which allows you to build all kinds of stuff. Usually in base game Project Zomboid, for example, you can't craft anything with metalworking besides the axe with the survival knife. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, and a spear. But with this you can craft a smithing table, a furnace. You can make like metal bars, and then you can turn that into weapons. So whether you want to make a sword or like a more blunt weapon like a battle axe or something like that, you can do that. Super good. It like expands your crafting abilities like a shit ton. Very good. So those were the 5 mods that I think were basically really essential if you want to play this game and enjoy it. Hopefully that helps you a little bit get a bit of an understanding of what this game is capable of, basically. And yeah, I hope that helps. Goodbye.